Hi guys. So you catch me in a supermarket, Aldi, UK car park because inspiration doesn't always hit the most convenient at times. And even though I need to go shopping right now, I had to come on and talk to you about the personal experience that I just had. So bear with me on this because it's really fresh. It's just happened and I knew that I needed to show up and talk to you guys about it. On the other side of fear, so if you've been in this group for a little while, you would have seen me talk a little while back. I wrote a post about how I'd found the town that I was moving to, and then I was going to look for some part-time jobs so that I could have consistent income, because as much as I love my work and it brings me income, it's still in its early days and it's somewhat unreliable. So if I wanted to pay for my own home, and bills and everything that comes with that every month, I needed something to supplement it. So I wrote in here about this scary decision that I was making to move, why I was making it, and my whole plan around that. Now, I made that decision and then I instantly changed it, which is allowed. I will have written about that again recently. Sorry, the sun's like right in my face. You can see my phone shadow, but just, this is what it is. So I wrote about that, and when I then came home, I had a little bit home to where I'm living now, I had a little bit of a brain reset, and I realised that everything that I was doing to push to move to this place, to get a job, blah, 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 wasn't actually the right thing for me at the time. And it was good. It was good going through that decision because it made me realise this is what I want. I know that I need my own space and to be in my own energy. At the moment, I live with my dad and my sister. It's not an ideal situation by any means for me, energetically. So I'm trying to keep this succinct, but bear with me because there's a really valid point coming on this. And I wanted to update you guys on that because I'd written about it. I'd said this is what I was doing. This was my experience of going through it. And then actually that had changed. Morning, Belinda. So that isn't happening. I'm not doing that. I came back. I was like, do you know what? No, it's not the right thing. It taught me that it wasn't the right thing. Making that decision made me realise actually when I stopped and thought about it, that actually this was making me uncomfortable, it was making me feel a little bit stressed, and it wasn't the right thing for me, so that's fine. So I changed it. That's updated you there. When I was making that decision, when I thought that's what I wanted to do, I went hell for leather looking for work and a home in this town, in this beautiful town in England. And a couple of weeks ago, or was it last week, early last week, I heard back from one of the jobs that I had applied for. It's a really nice company. I could do the role standing on my head. It's an admin role, jobs, corporate roles that I've done for years. They emailed me offering me an interview. My initial response was, oh, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do that job. But I had all these fears and what ifs and everything in my head but I'm being offered a job. I wasn't being offered a job, but I have the potential to have a full-time job which would support my own place and everything that I wanted at that moment. And really what it boiled down to was, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. I should go for this. I should go for this interview. And I really didn't want to do it. I spoke about it with my coach yesterday. I was like, I don't want to do this job. It's not what I want to do. Things have really taken off in my coaching business now. I feel really well energetically aligned with things. It wasn't what I wanted to do, the gist. But it would facilitate me having a home of my own, which is something that I do really want at the moment, and moving to a town that I love, potentially. And so what it left me in is millions of what ifs. Sorry, I'm trying to keep this short, I promise. The interview's tomorrow. I'm house sitting in this town for the next 10 days. I have a regular house sit where I go and look after this cat. I did it all last summer for this lady. I love going and visiting there. So I thought, go for the interview. I'm there anyway. They've offered me an interview. Just go and just see. I was like, when you get to the town, you'll know. When you get to the interview, you'll know. All the while, my gut, everything is telling me, you don't want to do this. This isn't the right thing for you. This is not what you want. My head, my fear, because I get it all the time, as everyone does and always will, is going, what if? Don't reject it, go and see, go and find out, blah, blah, blah. All the FOMO, all the fears, my head is doing all of this. So I made my decision yesterday that I was going to pack an interview outfit because I do not wear interview appropriate clothes on the regular. And I was going to drive to the town today. I'm on my, like, this is why I've stopped, because I need to go to the supermarket, because I'm literally on my journey there. And I was going to decide when I got to the town. I was like, when I get there, I'll know. I'll know if this is where I want to be. And what I was thinking was essentially that would allow me to make the decision of, even though I didn't want this job, I would decide whether to go for it or not to facilitate me being in the town that I wanted to live in. Nearer my friends, bit of more of a hippie vibe, just some different things going on. One caveat, further away from my boyfriend. Workable, but further away. So that was my decision. I'll pack an interview outfit. I'll decide when I get there. I'm at home. Literally, this is the power of getting to know your intuition, and this is the power of your gut, and why it is so, so, so important. These small gut intuitive voices in my head are screaming, don't go, don't go. They were literally like, do not go to this interview. Do not waste your energy. Do not waste your time. You do not want this job. This is not for you. I know that's what they were all saying. My intuition is trained. I can hear them. But still, my head, my mind is going, oh, it's just an interview. It's just an hour. Just pack the clothes. Just put the heels and the outfit in your car. Just take it with you. It's fine. Just do it. Just do it. You can still decide when you're there. And I'm not kidding. I've literally walked around my house for like the last hour with this in my head, churning. What's your decision? My soul going, don't pack the clothes. And my head going, just pack them. Just pack them. Just pack the clothes. Just see when you get there. You can still make a different decision. I hope that gives you a bit of an insight into this lady who was just looking in my car, and she can clearly see me talking to myself like, what the fuck is that woman doing? I hope that gives you an insight or the impression of how hard this decision was. It was really, really, really tough. Intuition, like, and I could hear it. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. And my head's going, why not? Why wouldn't you? My mind comes in, the fear comes in. This is what essentially it boils down to. The fear comes in. My head wants to keep me safe. You have an option of a job. You have an option of this. This keeps you, this is the known. And so it boils down to, I can't make this decision, just pack the clothes. This is what it boiled down to. This is where I ended up. I walk halfway up the stairs to my room where I've got them hanging, all prepared out to go. And I stopped and I was like, what would you tell your clients? And I stopped in the moment and I was like, listen to your gut. Your gut will not tell you wrong. It just won't, I promise you. Listen, check in, go quiet. I just stood like a mad woman in the middle of the stairs in my house. Listen. And I heard it all. And I envisaged myself there at this job, and I thought, I can do this job. I can go to an office. I thought of all the things it will give me. I thought it would give me community in the new town. It will give me new friends and routine, and it will, I was thinking, what if it's a really nice office? What if I go there and I love the vibe and I love the idea of working with these people? What if? Oh my God, fucking what ifs. You cannot live your life by what ifs. It's no good for you. And I imagine myself sitting in this office, doing this job that I know I can do, surrounded by the best people that, let's say, I really like the office and I really like these people. And it hit me. I was like, that's a step back. I know I can do that. My mind is telling me to do that because it's comfortable. And I kind of thought, I felt myself there and I was like, yeah, I can do this, yeah. And then I had this realization, it's a step backwards. That is a step back into old Abby. That is literally a step back into, I know I can do it because I've done it. But I'm not going back. I'm not looking back. I'm going forward. And that was it. I was like, I'm going fucking forward. This is not the decision. If I needed anything, everything's already telling me not to pack the clothes and go to this fucking interview. Except my mind. Except my fears. But that made me realise, and in that decision, even though I'm still feeling the fear, it becomes a choice. And this is why I say to you guys, the stuff boils down to choices. And I chose. I don't want to step back. I'm moving forward. I know what I'm doing. My coaching business is working. I'm changing people's lives. I have like the best time on my calls, connecting with people and you guys, reaching you guys and speaking to you guys and doing what I do, and I do it fucking well. And at that moment, on that middle step of my stairs, I just went, nope. I turned around, I locked the door, I walked into my car and I drove away. I've left my clothes there. I'll call them when I get to Stroud, the town where the interview is, and say, I'm not coming to this interview. Thank you, but no thank you. And let me tell you, through all of that, mind, I'm scared. And this is why I had to come on and speak to you guys about it, because this is what will happen. Your head will do it. Nobody is immune to your head doing this stuff. As soon as I made that decision and got in my car and moved away, light, weight lifted. Oh, look, sun. It's like the sun came out for the perfect moment. Freedom, power. I empowered myself in my decision. I heard my fears. I felt them. I made a decision against them. I made not even against them. It doesn't even have to be against them, but I made the decision that was right for me. I made the decision. Instantly messaged my coach. I was like, I've just done this. That was really hard, blah, blah, blah. I spoke to her. I just sent her a voice message. She messaged me back. Yes, Siobhan, please watch from the beginning because it's really important. So many of us in this group, people join this group, I ask the question, what are you fearful of? The unknown, getting things wrong. Like, this is the power of listening to yourself. In that moment when my gut is telling me, don't do this, you don't do it. But my head is louder and my head is fear. So that induces everything that's like, keep yourself safe, this is scary. That's louder in that moment. And that's hard to make that decision. But that was what I did. Now on the other side of that, I messaged my coach and said, this is what I did. I've driven away. I feel like, fuck yeah, I'm not going backwards. I'm going forwards. That's why I made that decision. Here's the thing. When you listen to your intuition, in the moment, you can't always understand why she's telling you what she is. You can only know in hindsight, which means you have to make the choice in that moment to get on the other side of your fear, to be able to access what your intuition was telling you. Right now, for me, what she was telling me is I now have feelings of light, of power, of empowerment, of, yes, I listened to myself and I now have feelings of I know that was the right thing. That's the first thing. There will be more literal physical things that come out of this. There will be good things. There will be a new client, or there'll be a new experience for me. That will come. I don't need to assure myself of that. That will come if you need it. If you need me to tell you that that's what happens, it does. Trust in yourself. But right now, I feel great. And my coach's response to me was, you burnt the fucking boats. I'm going to post in this group, please check back, a Tony Robbins, it's like a 1.5 minute long section of a speech that she sent to me a couple weeks ago about burning your boats. I'll post it in here in a minute so you can see what I'm talking about. And just getting that message back from her, I wouldn't have had the opportunity to have that message back from my own coach saying, yes, you burnt the boats. And I was like, oh, I burnt the boats. This makes no sense to you right now, but it will in a minute. I'll link it in the comments here and I'll post it in the group today. Oh, so any comments or questions on this, stick them in there now. Thanks, guys, who are watching. Belinda, Loveless, thank you. Loveless, thank you for sharing. It's nice to know this happens to other people. Yes, and this is why I needed to show up. Because I'm the coach in this group. This is my group. This is my space. I'm the leader here. I need you guys to know that this is what happens. We're all human. None of us are immune. This is normal. But you always have the power to make your choices. Everything boils down to a choice. You always have that power. And as fearful as the unknown is, it can be just as exciting. This is the thing. Once you're through the fear cycle and you've made that decision and you've listened to your intuition, which is what will get you through there. If you don't know how to do that, reach out to me and we'll talk about working with you on doing that. When you know and trust yourself, that gets you to the other side. And on the other side is a load of unknown stuff, but it's a load of really good unknown stuff. And actually, fear of the unknown isn't fear of the unknown. It's fear of not listening to what is known right now. Does that make any sense? It's not I'm scared of the unknown. It's this is in front of me now, and if I don't go for it, then I can't see. So it is fear of the unknown, but it's not. It's fear of not doing what is present in front of you right now. But actually, not doing that can leave you elated. I'm gonna leave it there. How long have I been on this thing for? 15 minutes. I think that's long enough. Send me some love if you watch this and it resonates with you. Go back to the beginning if you didn't catch it from the beginning, so you can get the whole story and know what the hell I was going on about. Check back in the group. I'm going to link it here now, but if you can't be here right now, then check back in the group today to watch the Tony Robbins video that I'm talking about. And if you get this on the replay, let me know, and the post will already be in the group, so you can watch the Burn the Boats speech. If you want to work with me, I do one-on-one sessions for $99, like a boost, like I just need this now. Alternatively, I have 1 month rolling options for one-on-one personal coaching, and I have one space available for that at the moment until around about the end of February. February ends on the 28th, so until the end of Feb I have that available. Thank you for watching. Good morning everyone, good evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. I'm going to go do my food shopping now and start my hour-and-a-half drive to my new town for the next 10 days, where I will be creating my freebies for you guys, and my course, and my new paid group, which is changing, going to come out this month. Belinda, that's a little sneaky preview for you because you're in the existing group. I will be in that group to talk to you guys about it before I talk to the rest of everyone here in Next Level You, so watch out for that as well. Loads of love. Bye.